Valentine's Day is coming up, and for many of us, it's a time to celebrate love. But for some, it can be a reminder of those we've lost. Making an attempt to bridge that gap is an organization called Hearts in Bloom Buffalo. And they're joining me now with more information on how you can get involved. Welcome, Catherine, Gina, and Elizabeth. Thanks so much for coming in, ladies.
Thank you, Chelsea. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Catherine, tell us more about Hearts in Bloom Buffalo and what inspired you to bring this initiative here to Western New York.
Hearts in Bloom Buffalo is an organization that started in 24. We made our first delivery in 24, and we delivered flowers and gifts to widows and widowers on Valentine's Day. And it's a day that can be very difficult, especially when you're missing your loved one or who you thought was going to be your life partner. And it hit me hard because it was right after I lost my son, and I felt what grief was like. And I said, geez, you know, you really don't do anything for someone who's lost someone after the funeral's over. Everyone's supposed to go back to their normal days of living. And with Hearts in Bloom Buffalo, I feel we're accomplishing what we set out to do, and that is to really to uplift spirits and to remind people that they're not alone, and we do acknowledge the grief that they're going through. And I believe we're doing a really wonderful job with doing that, and so much that we're getting ready for our third annual delivery.
Really exciting stuff. I've been volunteering with you the past 2 years, and I know, Elizabeth, you volunteered as well. And when you get to make that delivery, and sometimes, you know, you drop it off and that's it, and sometimes people want to stay and chat, and you get to hear these stories, and it just gives you another perspective on a day that is so beautiful in so many ways, but can be really, really hard for those going through a lot. So how does the process work of selecting who will actually be receiving their flowers?
Well, right now we are currently accepting submissions through our website, heartsinbloom.org, and they can submit a name, and as long as they are in our delivery area, we will be able to accommodate that request. Right now, as of this morning, I had over 144 submissions. Wow. And we're looking to do a little over 200 this year, so we're getting close to you know, turning off our entries. I wish we could do more, but little by little we've been increasing. And this year we'll, you know, obviously we started out with 40 the first year, and we're going to be doing over 200 this year. And we are all over Western New York, from Niagara County all the way into the Boston Hills. We have names already submitted. So I'm looking forward to it. They can submit their name and we'll do the rest.
And this is all volunteer run, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I know that you're planning on expanding the organization this year for Mother's Day. What can you tell us about that?
It's going to be called A Mother's Love. And unfortunately, we do have a lot of moms who have suffered grief, like myself. And I said, I'm going to walk beside them because I walk that walk as well. And we are going to be acknowledging our moms right before Mother's Day, similar to what we do for the Valentine's Day, but we're still working that all out. It may not be as large the first year. We don't want to overwhelm people, and we want to tread lightly because it is very sensitive, and it's not really something people celebrate, but it's more of our messages acknowledging.
Gina, tell us how you've been involved with Hearts in Bloom.
Well, I actually met Catherine, I don't know, a couple years ago. We did a graze table for her birthday, and then we've also donated some boards. I own a charcuterie business. And then after, you know, I took over in July of this business, and she just reached out and wanted to do a couple classes together, and she's just a great human, and she found all of us girls to work together, and really, how could you say no? But
Elizabeth, you have a similar story, right?
I do. I met Catherine, and I decided to volunteer, and I donated my time, and I brought a bouquet to a beautiful woman, and it drove me to tears. She invited me into her home, and I sat with her and listened to her story, and I couldn't say no to just sitting and talking with her, and on a very lonely day for her. So.
How can our viewers get involved and volunteer or donate or since submissions are still open.
Right. Submissions are open. We're trying to gauge where our deliveries are going to be. Next week, I'll be releasing the schedule on Sign Up Genius for the volunteers. We have 3 days. We have moved to a new location. We outgrew my home. We're going to be at the Ellicott Creek Fire Hall on Ellicott Creek Road in Amherst.
Okay.
And we are going to be there 3 days. The first day we're going to be setting up. The second day is the main event, and I'm happy to say we're going to have DJs that day,
fun.
keeping us all motivated while we arrange all the bouquets. And then the third day will be the day that all the volunteers will be coming and picking up their boxes, and off they'll go. And this year, Valentine's Day is on a Saturday, so we hope to have all our deliveries done by 2 o'clock. So people can sign up to volunteer next week. We have 3 days of opportunities. And as far as donation, we are taking donations through DonorBox, which is on the website as well.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming in and sharing more. It should be another great days,
Yes.
a couple of days
Yes,
of giving back.
absolutely.
Viewers, you can donate or sign up to volunteer for this year's Valentine's Day delivery by visiting heartsandbloom.org. Thanks again for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea.